What's good, everyone? Alex Trataros here with another Jets episode of the Knicks, Jets, etc. podcast. And with me is always my buddy, my coach, my pal, the man with a plan, the guy who's hyped for this upcoming NFL season. You want to know why he's hyped? Let me tell you why this dude is hyped right now. And I'll tell you right now. This man just bought tickets today, sent me the text saying, guess where I'm going? I said, where? He said, I'm going to London. I was like, why are you going to London, man? What are you on your Drake tour? He said, no, I'm not on my Drake tour. He said, I'm going to go see the New York Jets play the Atlanta Falcons, and the Atlanta Falcons blow. So I want to see them wipe the freaking field with them, all right? Left and right. Watch Zach Wilson just annihilate that defense because they got nobody. Nobody. That's what he said. So we all know who that. We all know who that guy is. That's my co-host, my main man, John Meleka. John, what's going on, bro? How you doing?
Dude, what's up? What's up, man? I got that UK email that the Jets tickets are coming out, and actually it kind of they lied. So it was supposed to come out at 10, and then they sent an email saying you can get in the queue at 9:30. I just happened to just check at like 9:15 what's going on. Just like I clicked it just to see what happened. And I just like went in, bought the tickets like absolutely normal. And apparently there was like a long queue at 10 o'clock. So I guess I got a little bit lucky on that little endeavor. But yeah, I'm gonna be row 1 out in Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. I don't know behind which bench. But Alex, the tickets are literally cheaper than Knicks tickets, let alone Knicks playoff seats. Could you explain that? Riddle me that.
I don't know how that's even possible, but hey, that's a case study for someone over at Harvard, MIT, somewhere to do that. That's not for us, man. That's not what the show's about. Maybe we could send it.
It's just great. I'm just saying, like, Knicks tickets are more expensive than like NFL tickets in Tottenham. So row 1. So like that was really cool for me. I was happy to see that.
But dude, I mean, we're talking about the New York Knicks. They're a $5 billion franchise. You know, the only thing that's probably more expensive,
bro.
But the thing probably more expensive than those tickets are Yankees tickets, and we could talk about that team later today. But come on, we already know what it is. It's not. This is nothing new. Nothing new. Actually, I remember when the Jets were horrendous and they were selling, I think, season tickets for like. No, actually, it wasn't season tickets. They were selling nosebleeds for $15. That's how you know.
Oh, that's tough. That's like some MasterCard Yankees discount seats.
You want to know you want to know who the quarterback was for when that ticket deal was going down?
Cliff Kingsbury?
No, not your boy. None other than the Alabama product,
Greg McElroy. All right, yeah, close enough. Yeah, but dude, the Atlanta Falcons, they stink. You know who their starting left guard is?
Who?
Josh Andrews. Ever heard of him?
Oh boy.
Like I'm saying, it's gonna be tough out there for them. They don't know what's coming. But anyway, before we get into all that, how are you, man? How you doing?
I'm doing well. Just living life. Getting ready to talk some green and white with you. As some of you, if you're watching the YouTube channel, I got this little kitten right over here. Iris just sleeping with her head over the tower. Let me tell you, man, this little one right here, within like a month of getting her, so many problems. It's like one thing after the other. Had to take, she got spaded before we got her, had a little lump. So we had to put a cone on her, give her some medication, just steroids to reduce the swelling, do that for 2 weeks. Okay, go on vacation. As we're on vacation, we get the call from the vet saying, oh, she and our other cat, Wally, have worms. Like, oh, great. Now I got to take care of worms. Now, take her to the vet today. Doc was like, she has ringworm on her ear. I was like, oh, my goodness gracious, man.
No.
Yeah, so had to buy some.
Outside?
No, they're all both indoor cats. So this is just the better part. I'm just like, who have you been in contact with? Who have you been in contact with?
She's been sneaking out.
Yeah, seriously, just like it's like that child that just like runs out of the house, just going out for parties, hanging out with everybody, comes back, sneaks through the window, keeps it on the down low, like, no, I was here all night long. Yet they're all in their street clothes, like, yo, where the hell did you go? And I don't know what she's been doing, but she's been a bundle of joy for the, first couple of months. Yeah. But other than that, I'm good, man. I'm ready to talk about this green and white. So let's kick it off, John. What do we got on the docket for today to discuss surrounding our New York Jets?
Well, I know we're kind of hype right now, but You want to start off with the bad news?
Let's start off with the bad news, man. Let's start it
All
off.
right. All right. Well, we all know Vinnie Curry, a signing that we had this year. So we didn't really know much about him. Even up until yesterday, there was question marks whether or not he was out for the season or he was out just until week 8. So it was really just a big question mark. Turns out today he came out with a notice, an announcement, I guess, on social media with a Jets logo, not a note. It's a very important note. Said that he was diagnosed with a rare blood disorder. They actually had to remove his spleen. And the reason why it was a question mark in the beginning, whether or not he's actually going to play this season, the issue was there were some complications. Now he's on blood thinners. And the only thing I know about blood thinners in sports is Chris Bosh. So, and LaMarcus Aldridge. So I know he can't play this year. I know he's bummed about it, but again, I look forward to him coming back next year with Carl Lawson. That's still going to be fun. But yeah, like, as for, from the human matter, like, I think it's really awesome that the Jets caught that. Kind of Karis LeVert-ish. You know what I mean? LeVert was a little more serious, but this, a rare blood disease. I mean, who's here to equate it? It's the same thing. It's really cool. Like, human beings getting their lives saved by their jobs. Pretty cool. Yeah. You know what I mean? Just like, just a cool note. But as for the Jets, I mean, it's really nothing new, right? It doesn't really affect us much. I mean, the team knew he wasn't really going to come back, and if it was going to be later. So it's not really much news on the Jets team front, just more of the humanity aspect of it. I think it's a really cool story to begin with.
Yeah, I think it's cool from the sense that the team caught it and that he's going to have it treated right. He's going to miss the season, but as of right now, he's going to be on the mend, and it's not being withheld. It's not the team forcing him to do it as under a previous head coach that was hiding injuries and just wanting guys to play through it. He who shall not be named. But no, it's good on the Jets' part. When you see an athlete, when it comes to the human man,
I forgot about that little issue with the guard.
Yeah, I don't forget. But it's when it comes down to the humanitarian part of it, these guys do it for entertainment. These guys do it for their family, and first and foremost, we want to see these guys recover. We want to see these guys live like a full, healthy life, man, and be able to enjoy it to the fullest. So Vinnie Curry from here, everyone at Knicks, Jets, etc. We hope you recover, have a speedy recovery, and that you're back with us, and that we get to see you on the field next season in the green and white, making that contribution that we want to see from you. So good luck to you, my man. We wish you the best. So that's the sad news, Sean. That's the sad news.
Yeah, that's the sad slash good news, right? We have some bad news for the Jets and also a human aspect. Looks like Mekhi Becton got hurt.
Yep.
The reports are all we actually know is he was throwing up.
Yep.
They said he might have been evaluated for concussion. He wasn't in practice today. That means he's likely not going to play on Friday. Last preseason game versus the Eagles. The one thing the Jets are prepared for, as we talked about, was for this to happen, right? So we got Morgan Moses on the right. And as we all know, George Fant coming from Seattle, he wants to play the left tackle. So he could just slide right in there, and Morgan Moses could stay at right, and that's his natural position. So we kind of are okay there. Don't love that Mekhi is out from a human aspect or the Jets aspect, but I'm glad it's not his foot. You know what I mean? Like, this is, I hope it's not a concussion either. I hope it was just really hot and he just like overheated or something. I needed a day off. Like, that's fine. He's been getting worked, right? Like, every day he's been like working his butt off ever since coming off. And they say his conditioning is not an issue. So kudos to him. Hope he gets well too.
Absolutely, man. And like heat strokes are a thing during football. Like, that is very possible. it's possible for someone to get overheated. You're out there in hot weather, humid weather, in full padding. This is the Northeast. So not only is it hot, it's also humid. This is something that is very serious. So he threw up. He could have gotten some dizzy spells. We don't know if he has a concussion yet. Hopefully we get more information on what's happening with Mekhi Becton. But as you pointed out, hopefully it's not, thankfully it's not his foot, because we do need him. Hopefully we get him back on the field soon. But honestly, do we really need him in like the preseason game, like the last preseason game of the season? Definitely not. No. So, it's better that we have him for week 1, was it September 12th? So when we're facing the Vermont Carolina Panthers, yeah, we'll be in Vermont. But that's when we really need him. And, it's good. Like we already said, good that it's not the foot. Sad that he's sick, that he's injured, whatever it may be. Hopefully we get more information on what it is. Hopefully it doesn't take too long for him to come back. Hopefully it's a quick recovery. Yeah. That's it on Mekhi.
Yeah, and so just to close off the offensive line, Greg Van Roten was out at practice today, so hopefully he's okay. Tristan Hodge was one of the undrafted guards that we had on the team. He got cut along with 2 wide receivers, Hansa Bailey and Josh Malone. So those 3 are gone. But on the offensive line front, Corey Levin, David Moore filled in for Van Roten. Dan Feeney has always been filling in on the left guard spot. We really do need Elijah Vera-Tucker back.
Yes.
It's been really noted that our pass protection is bad, but it's also been noted that Zach Wilson is learning to get the ball out of his hands fast. And luckily for us, that is our strength. Our receivers, our slots, Berrios, Cole, Crowder, Moore, all these guys, Davis, all these guys that can get open quick, not necessarily like long route down the field guys. But I don't know, man, the one thing that scared me coming from a Middle Eastern family, dude, and Robert's a lot Middle Eastern. They asked him about Elijah Vera-Tucker and Elijah Moore. He said, God willing. When your parents tell you God willing, inshallah, it's over, dude. Just cancel it, just move on, make new plans. You're not going to your friend's house. You're not going to that party. You're not going on that trip. It's over.
God willing, yeah. I heard that a lot in my household too. I think that might be just an immigrant thing, like my parents would be like, God willing. It's like, okay.
Yeah. Not great.
Let's put up the caution tape. But yeah, the good thing is that seeing from beat reports today, shout out to our boy DJ Bienemy. He noted that the offensive line did look better today than it did yesterday, which they really did struggle. But this is the concern, man, right? This is always a concern with like the New York Jets is the depth when it comes to the offensive line. We are slowly building the offensive line, right? We got Mekhi Becton, we got Elijah Vera-Tucker, but it's not fully there yet where we know, okay, if we lose a couple guys, we'll be okay. And I like to refer the Dallas Cowboys when I forget who their big man was that they lost for the season. But when one went down, still had, I think it was Collins. Yeah. When Collins went down, they were still able to mow through people, and you still had everything like clicking almost. I
don't know. The Cowboys' offensive line was kind of shaky, but I think this year they're on their come up. I think they lost their depth. I'm
not talking about last season. I think it was like 2 seasons ago. I'm talking about it. So, you said Ezekiel Elliott just rushing for like over 1,000 yards. He's gonna have a huge year. Yeah. So Dak, who still had time and was able to get the ball out. So it's not, at the 100% strength when we watched them, but it was close enough because they had enough depth at the offensive line. The New York Jets are just not there yet with that type of depth. And as you pointed out, pass protection, that is honestly the more concerning thing for me, because I know we're going to be running it, but we need to, the point of the run is you can only push it down someone's throat for so long until you got to open up and spread out the offense, right? So that's the real concern, is Zach Wilson going to get that time to get it out? And sure, he's throwing it out quickly right now against his own guys, but facing other opponents, man, that's always a different story. So,
well, that's why it was so cool that he's like performing like this in the Eagles practice. Mm-hmm. But speaking of Zach Wilson, he's been killing it on the mic too, man. His answers today are just unbelievable. The way he's talking about how you have to push it, dude, insane.
Very mature. But that was like what we got from him during all the scouting and all the draft combine stuff, that he was mature and that he was prepared for these type of questions. And it's not shocking. I mean, he also comes from a family where, you know, his uncle is an executive JetBlue. So you think about that professionalism, that type of family mentality that comes down. So it's probably just passed down. So he probably just also just being around his parents and all those family members, that he has that natural ability to hold himself and carry himself that manner. But it's also good and reassuring, because when you have guys like Aaron Rodgers complimenting him, like saying that he loves his disposition, that's huge, man, because your disposition as a quarterback is important, right? How many times can we think about Mark Sanchez putting his head down after every interception,
or
or eating chicken tenders with honey mustard? I'll never forget that.
He talked about that. He said it wasn't that serious. Like, he made it off. It was like, it wasn't that serious. I believe him, but
yeah, it's whatever.
It was tough. It was a tough look, but yeah, dude, Zach Wilson's killing it on the mic, especially not only the fact that he's mature and like answering the questions well. He's answering the naysayers, right? So they're asking him about practice because he's looking kind of shaky sometimes, and he's talking about how, first of all, third downs, and he's been really good on third down so far. And he's like, the whole game is about getting to third down and getting, you know, whether it's making it short or getting the first down there. And he's like, that's what like the whole game is set up to. And it's not just about not making turnovers. It's about also making plays. So you have to like find that line. And he's like, in practice, that's where we try to find that line. So he's like, you know, that's why I'm like on both sides. Sometimes it's conservative. Sometimes it's a lot. Sometimes it's right on the money. And I'm really trying to find that. And I mean, talk about an answer from a rookie quarterback. And so that's impressing me. And then I can't say I'm not excited about, you know, players like Aaron Rodgers, who have no skin in the game, talking him up a little bit, or Chris Sims, who I'm sure his skin in the game is that he wants to be right. But I mean, he's saying that, you know, so far Zach Wilson's looking like the best quarterback out there already. I think at the end he did put Trevor Lawrence on top in his preseason rank, like in his offseason draft rankings. So I think so like it's just cool, you know. I'm just glad it's not the other way around. You know, that's pretty much it. I'm just, you know, I'm not looking too far into it. Just like, I guess like that's my base. Another cut earlier this week I forgot to mention was Corey Ballantyne. He's the cornerback from the Giants. He just can't play cornerback. That's the issue. But he did have that big return, so kind of surprising. I guess like you really do have to be able to play your position at least like a little bit.
You have to, man. I mean, you have to. Look, even when we had, I think we've transitioned out of that gimmicky phase, right? When Rex Ryan was here, we had Brad Smith, who was a quarterback, transitioned to wide receiver, and was just used for wildcat, punt returns, kick return type of situations. But you need to be able to do more than that. If you're a returner, you know, it's fine if you're just a returner, but you also have to have some semblance of a skill, because that depth chart, that depth chart has to be filled out. But it also depends on how deep each position is, right? Unfortunately, the cornerback position is not deep. We actually need talent. Having a returner, valuing a returner
Justin
over
Hardy,
a cornerback,
and Justin Hardy, the gunner that we just signed, is a spot over there already. So he's already at a disadvantage, and that makes a difference. Exactly. Unfortunately.
Yeah, but just think about it. Like, for the Jets standpoint, we need guys who can actually play the position, as you point out. Our cornerback is definitely the weakest position.
Yeah,
like,
easily
the weakest position. Yeah. So we cannot just say, all right, at least he could be a returner. No. That doesn't cut it. You have to play the position right now, because that's what we need right now. If we had 4 dudes deep that could play corner, then you could take that gamble. They could take that gamble, but we're just not in that position to take that gamble. So it is what it is. He had the nice return, but unfortunately, you're not doing the thing that we need the most, which is playing cornerback. Maybe he comes back if we can address. Maybe he comes back in the future when we address that position more like we do the offensive line. Who knows? But just not going to cut it right now.
Yeah, man. And speaking of injuries, let's just keep it rolling, dude. Just been awful already. We got Jarrod Davis.
Can we just stop?
No, we can't. We can't stop. This is what we're dealing with, man. We got Jarrod Davis. The plan was to have him as our mic. Mosley as the will, dude. It just sucks. And then he's out. He's had a history of ankle injuries. It's an ankle injury, so he's going to be out for a while. So CJ is going to be in the mic now, and we're going to move Sherwood and Hamza around them. Sherwood's probably going to be the weak side, the will, and Hamza is always going to be the Sam. But now you got two rookies, safeties converted to linebackers, hanging out there. It could be amazing, honestly. It could be good, but I mean, there's going to be a learning curve, and I feel like we'd be silly not to think that. And talk about depth, dude. The only person behind them there, you got Blake Cashman. You got, I don't know, Noah Dawkins. It's really thin there. So there's been rumors about a pass rusher of some sort. But dude, looking at the depth chart, like, yes, we do need a pass rusher like Ronald Blair. That's not amazing, but he's from San Francisco. Behind him is Zuniga. I get it. We do need an edge. But Quentin Williams and Sheldon Rankings, if he finally comes back, we got, Fadikowski, Nathan Shepard, Kyle Phillips, John Franklin Myers, Bryce Huff. Like, even Tanzel Smart's been looking okay. Jonathan Marshall, rookie. Like, we have players there. Like, yes, it would be nice if we had like a cool edge rusher, but the linebackers, dude, the linebackers are tough. What do you think about what do you think, man? What do you think about these rumors? Anyone come to mind? Like, what do you think about this unit? This front seven.
I mean, the thing that comes to the front seven, which was a strong point, is
now
becoming
like last week,
point.
Bro. Like literally
all last week. All last week. The left side of the
front, like literally last week. Unbelievable.
It is truly unbelievable. I just can't. It is like, what is going on here, man? What is going on here? Yeah. I just can't believe it. I remember who went down.
Carl Lawson,
but we had Connor McDermott. I just turned on the game. Connor McDermott goes down during against the Packers. I'm like, are you serious? This dude's getting car. Are you for real right now? Dude, there's too many injuries, and the entire team. Honestly, I honestly can't. It's not even overreacting. I think we're a little bit flux right now. This is the front seven was supposed to take care of the cornerback issues.
Yeah.
Jarrod Davis was supposed to take care of the coverage issue as a linebacker because he's a safety converted into a linebacker. Now we got the concern of tight ends again, like really full on.
Yeah. Well, Jarrod Davis was supposed to be the deodorant. Like him and Mosley were going to hold it down while Sherwood learned behind them, tried to figure out how to play, one of those two positions because in this defense, they're basically the same. And then Hamza was going to be the coverage guy, and then Blake Cashman's behind him, but that's whatever. So like that, man, it's just too thin now. Do you think a Chandler Jones is coming, like a linebacker type, or do you think like a Vic Beasley edge is coming, like a free agent, or like? I don't know. There are some. I got Trey Flowers. Is that a guy who's coming? Like, is Khalil Mack rumors about linebacker trades? Like, is that a guy?
Man. First of all, let me just clear it up. Jarrod Davis, I know it came from the Lions. I was thinking about Sherwood converting him. I don't know what was going through my head. So maybe this is a good opportunity for Sherwood to come in and learn. But I know, as you were saying, to like get behind, learn to be a linebacker because he's converting from strong safety and so forth. I don't know, but
do you think someone's coming? Do you think a trade, signings? What do you think? We have 7 million.
Give me your names. Give me your names that you dropped again. I'll tell you.
I don't know. We got Chandler Jones, Trey Flowers. I don't know who's around. Khalil Mack rumors are being traded somehow for some reason. Who else is around? I don't know. I think those are the names that are coming to mind. Because we need a linebacker too, like Vic Beasley.
I know. There's no way we're trading for. You said Khalil Mack. I don't see us trading for Khalil Mack. I just don't see Joe Douglas ponying up that much because I think he still wants to use the draft capital for this upcoming season to address a lot of needs. So
it's not going to be. It's going to be like a late, right? It's going to be like a past the fourth, like a fourth. So then
plus.
Has to. like second round picks and stuff. Like, there's no way we're giving up first rounds and stuff.
No, but that's why I don't think Khalil Mack is like realistic. I think you have to give up something pretty high in order to get Khalil Mack. Chandler Jones might be a real option, honestly.
All right, so hopefully they do something there. because I mean, it looks like we're staying put at cornerback, but Brent Eccles went down a little bit, our rookie. But he looks to be okay. And actually, let's talk about our corners a bit, because I want to talk about Isaiah Dunn. Right, Isaiah Dunn, our rookie, he got thrown in the fire last week, dude. Bless Austin didn't play for personal reasons. Isaiah Dunn was just in there, dude, and he was getting picked on for a while, and he made the other quarterback look like Aaron Rodgers, and like everyone like on the Jets was like, oh, why don't we sign him to take over for Mike White, because Mike White got hurt, and then James Morgan kind of stinks. So like that's how good. But an interesting note that Salah made, and I noticed in the game, is he actually got better as the game went on, and he was able to learn a little bit from his mistakes. So I mean, that's what this time's all about. I don't necessarily trust him, but these reps are important. I kind of want to see Jason Pinnock out there, but dude, Bryce Hall, Bless Austin, Lamar Jackson, looks like that's going to be it, dude. Eccles, those looks like those are going to be our outside cornerbacks. And then Jevelin Goodry has been a kind of a bright spot as well. Him, Michael Carter, so those are cool. Elijah Campbell also. I wonder if he's going to make it. So that, those are cool. But dude, the safeties are an issue too, man. We were excited about the safeties, right? Marcus May and LaMarcus Joyner. I don't know where Ashton Davis is. Is he on the PUP list? Dude, I don't know where he is. He's not around. He has to be on the PUP list. Marcus May and LaMarcus Joyner, but Joyner's out. So that's thin too. So I'm a tiny bit worried, man. I'm a tiny bit worried about our secondary. You have any closing remarks on them?
Our secondary is I'm petrified by the way it looks. And like for Ashton Davis, it's still undisclosed. We don't even know what it is. Like, we have no idea why he's gone.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on. I'm personally not sure what's going on. I don't know if that's been reported or not, but I'm not privy to it. Hopefully he's okay. Hopefully he's going to come back.
Yeah, hopefully he's okay. Hopefully he comes back. I mean, we need guys. We need guys. Like, absolutely need guys.
Yeah.
I guess the closing, I guess the closing remark is for the last thing, like, just because this is new, I don't know what they're going to do. Since we're only getting 3 preseason games, I don't know how it works, because we always knew how the 4 preseason games work, right? We knew that 1, you ran out for a few series, 2, you have them go to the half, at least 3, you get them for half. 3 quarters, and then 4. So this is just a half now with 3 games.
They said Salah said he's going to try to push it to the half again, which, to be honest, has been the same story for the first 2 games.
Okay, I didn't know if they were going to do anything different.
Oh, no.
To get a little more.
First quarter, first 2 games.
Yeah, first game was very short. Second game was to the half.
Did he play? Did he finish the half?
No, he didn't finish the half, but it was mostly,
it was like 2 series in or something. Yeah. I think that's going to be about the same. I think he's been trying to like run it the same, which is fine.
And that's fine. Like, we don't need these guys. We don't need anyone getting hurt, because we can't afford.
Everybody's getting hurt. Yeah. True, man. True.
We cannot afford, but I don't know. There's not really. This is really just a chance for everyone to try to make the practice squad, make the remaining cuts before they cut down to the 53-man roster. Soon. So it's very soon, very, very soon. That's really what I got on the New York Jets. I mean, I'm just excited to see what we got against the Philadelphia Eagles. See if we can go 3-0 during the preseason. Let's see how this
turn into the new Baltimore Ravens. I'd be down. They can't lose a preseason game. They've been on a ridiculous streak. But yeah, I mean, for the special teams, Blake Cashman's been killing it out there apparently. Obviously Matt Amendola looking okay. Looks like our punt returner is going to be Braxton Berrios or Keelan Cole. I still think it's going to be Cole. And then Ty Johnson on the kick return, maybe Michael Carter. We'll see how that goes. I'm curious if Elijah Moore might get in there at some point, but if he's injured, I don't know. But yeah, that's about it for the Jets standpoint, man.
Yeah, well, we're getting close to the regular season, so we're going to be doing the full-on breakdowns. We're going to get more of stuff to really be working with, because preseason is not really that much to be working with. I mean, we're just seeing everyone. We're seeing, honestly, what we get from the preseason is kind of the scheme fit. and seeing how players kind of fit in. But we're really not going to get enough of the information that we really want until week 1, week 2. See what they like to do.
Yeah, absolutely. But that's just that's just a speculation. We're really excited. We're going to get into coming up. Well, we are going to get into our predictions. Our before the season begins, way too early predictions on the whole season, which hopefully we'll make it around the plus minus pretty decently. Probably get most of the games wrong though. Everything we say will be opposite, but that will be fun. And we'll also get you guys some really good season props that we have lined up, make you some money, and it kind of give you a rooting interest all year without actually having to pick a team. But dude, all that stuff is cool. All that stuff is fun. All that stuff is in the future for the NFL. But you know what's now, Alex? You know what's now? The New York Yankees, man. The New York Yankees, man.
Hold on. Before we get in there, before we get to the Yankees, because I know you're ready to attack me on the New York Yankees,
Alex.
I know you're ready to attack me on the New York Yankees. Wish we were here to get the stern talking to, as I'm about to get. But let's talk about one topic in the NFL before we go on to the Yankees. Fair?
Yes. Yeah.
All right.
Yes. Fine.
What do you think about the Deshaun Watson rumor going to Miami?
So we got Will Parkinson from Turn on the Jets. Well, seems pretty sourced, right? I mean, I guess I got to believe him. He said that it's possible Deshaun Watson to the Dolphins.
Mm-hmm.
That's got to mean that Tua's going to Houston, right?
Has to be.
Has to be part of the trade.
Yeah.
I mean, the Dolphins have a bunch of picks, right? They've been accumulating draft picks. It makes sense for them. If we didn't have Zach Wilson, I would say yes. If somehow we didn't draft a quarterback or something, I would say yes. If we were in the same situation pre-draft for some reason. But the issue is, man, he's got a lot of baggage with him. I don't know how all that stuff. I know it's mostly civil. I think he has one criminal case pending. But as we know, the NFL doesn't care. The NFL could make a decision on whether you're suspended or not based on their own investigation. So who knows what's going on there, man? It's really risky. I'm glad that the Jets don't have to be a part of it. I know that Woody Johnson came out and said that he's not going to, participate in players with any sort of domestic issues. So even if it was on the table, I don't think he's for this team. It's unfortunate that a talented player like Deshaun Watson is going to be in our division. Our division is going to have a lot of quarterbacks now.
Man, that's my thing. I really hope that this isn't true because of that. And it's not that I'm afraid of the competition. It's just I actually like what the Miami Dolphins did last season, like how they performed. They went 10-6 with I would say they went 10-6 without truly a quarterback.
Yeah.
Without
they're a good coach, man.
Yeah, I mean, look,
Tua is a beast.
He was a true rookie. Flores really showed out because he had a rough rookie head coach season. Now sophomore season, he looked really good. Flores has really got that team undergoing. They have pretty much almost everything from running backs, wide receivers, offensive line to the defense. They just need their quarterback to just show up. And if you put Deshaun Watson back there, it's a formidable team, man. That is a formidable team that makes things a little interesting.
I hope it doesn't happen. The Dolphins are good. Will Fuller and Deshaun Watson, dude. I don't want that in Miami. No, thank you.
No. And then on top of that, we gotta give the Bills some love too. Josh Allen has been showing out the last couple of years. So it's their division.
It's their division that the Patriots are gonna take this year, unfortunately.
And then
we're gonna be hanging out trying to get that wild card with the Bills, like the good old days. And then if Deshaun Watson is there with Will Fuller, I mean, hopefully, I don't know.
Hey, it's interesting, very interesting. If Watson comes to Miami, this division becomes super interesting. I think it becomes more interesting from a talent perspective rather than what it was with TB12 in the AFC East, where it's just complete dominance. I feel like it's just a good toss up for years
It's
to come.
it's already a toss up, dude.
No, that's what I'm saying.
I think
it's a toss up. It's a toss up, but I don't think it's a super competitive toss up yet. When Watson gets here, I believe it will be a super competitive toss up because I think there will be enough talent amongst all the teams where it can be. What's a good comp? I would probably say NFC West, where you had the 49ers, Seahawks, you had the Rams, who were pretty good for a season. Cardinals were pretty good up there with Palmer. I think that's like where you just don't. I think that might be it. Maybe a better one. Maybe.
I mean, I kind of like the Raiders division, like Raiders, Chargers. Kind of like that division a little bit more. But yeah, I feel you're saying. I feel you're saying a little more competitive. I'm happy to be competitive. I am a little worried about the Patriots. I think they're a little underrated. But yeah, dude.
Do you think Mac Jones starts?
Absolutely. I mean, here's the thing. If Cam Newton is not there game one, it's going to be an issue for a while for them. It's going to be an issue for them on the sideline in the locker room. But Bill Belichick has this thing about quarterbacks that practice, players that practice, and Mac Jones is the one practicing. So I don't know how he's going to handle it, dude. All I know is week 2 is going to be a problem for us. Our home opener versus the New England Patriots, it's going to be an issue.
Do you think that
listen, if Cam Newton starts and we injure him and Mac Jones comes in and he's their starting quarterback forever, and I've been telling you about Mac Jones to the Patriots for the last like 2.5 years, I'm going to go absolutely insane. That's like I've been like telling you about the end of the world for like 2.5 years, and it's fine. Like I would go insane if that all comes together. So that just can't happen. Like somebody, like you have 2 cats named after Flash characters. Figure it out, bro. Figure it out. This can't happen. Find another universe, like Earth 2, Earth 7, whatever they're up to now in the Flash series. Not that scenario cannot happen.
I like how you said that, and she turns around.
Iris knows the deal.
But look, I know you've been calling for Mac Jones. It's not the word's not against. What is it? I wouldn't be shocked if Mac Jones was starting because he has been practicing.
But they just
what does that mean for Cam Newton, though? Do you think he gets traded then?
No one's trading anyone. No one's trading for Cam Newton. No one even wants to sign him.
Someone's going to be trading, man. Let's be real. There's injuries that always comes in through the NFL. Someone's going to need a quarterback. Someone's going to take that gamble on Cam Newton and pay low for him.
Sure. I mean, later, I guess, if he's going to be grumpy all the time, Bill Belichick's going to be like, get out of here. But that would be the most ridiculous thing that's ever happened. They sign a big-time quarterback, on a re-sign, and he doesn't even play a game, and they cut him. Oh, my goodness. Or trade him for like a low. That'd be nuts. That would actually be nuts.
Then what? You just have Cam Newton and you just use him as a goal line back?
He's just got to play. He's just got to be bad. He's got to fumble the bag. You know what I mean? I guess they're already using this COVID story against him. Like that definitely came from the Patriots. All this stuff about him and the COVID and how he's an idiot, right? Like from them, I don't think like this whole like narrative that came out that has to be from them. So they're already starting.
You think Billy B is already?
Oh my goodness! Of course, dude. Of course. So
that man's maniacal.
Of course, man. So I just think like they have to let him start week 1, and even if he does bad in a half, then they could take him out. You know what I mean? Okay. But like they just have to have him fumble, even if it's bad, because it can be a bad look for them. If they sign him and they don't play him, COVID is not enough. COVID is not enough to not start him week 1. You know what I mean?
I know it's not enough, and this is where I think for them, that's why I think he's going to be traded, man. I don't see how you're going to.
Week 1?
I think. No.
Oh, okay. I don't think so week 1, who's starting?
I think it's gonna be Mac Jones.
Okay, yeah, no way.
You don't think he's starting? Well, this is so
Cam
interesting.
Newton is starting week 1.
This is so interesting that we're flipping on this because I actually think Mac Jones. I wouldn't be shocked if he starts, man. All this hype.
I think he's better. I just don't think he's gonna start week 1. That's the whole thing. You just can't do that. He's gonna rule. Bill Belichick knows what that's gonna do to the locker room. Unless he forgot how to handle quarterbacks. We've actually never seen him handle quarterbacks. So we don't know.
He hasn't had to in a very long time.
You know what I'm saying? So unless like who knows? Maybe this is like his kryptonite. Obviously, he can't draft. That's one kryptonite. Maybe this is the second one. So, let's see what happens.
Well, we'll see what happens for sure.
Yeah.
But let's move on to the last topic. The one that you've been waiting for. Got to diverge it for a little bit. The New York Yankees What's
I see
the
what you did there. I see what you did there.
What's the record? What's the record since we had Leon?
25-7.
25-7 since Leah's come on. The New York
You guys are
Yankees.
talking smack.
Yep.
That was like July, like 23rd or so.
Woo!
Good times. Dude, the New York Yankees have been on an absolute tear. And when I spoke to you guys, I happened to put a wager for plus 1,000 to make the World Series.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's plus 1,000 to win the World Series. So just for the odds. So I think like to get there is like I think now down to like plus 700 or so. I did flake and not take the division. So I wasn't that hyped on it. So I'll bring, I'll be a little honest. Oops. So I'll be a little honest there. But dude, the New York Yankees are getting healthy. We're playing defense. We're playing small ball.
We're playing small ball.
Stanton is in the field. Velasquez, the kid from the Bronx, is making unbelievable plays at the plate and in the field, and he looks like the guy from the Stanley. Like it's unbelievable. Like the way that story is coming together. Sanchez is playing great defensively. Nobody's talking about that, and offensively because he's playing well, so nobody's talking about that. DJ's back. Luke Voigt is absolutely murdering it. Anthony Rizzo, an absolute killer trade. Joey Gallo, completely horizontal in the outfield. Like just like a little like Gold Glover, unbelievable. Just like sniped him. Odor. Let's talk about Odor, right? Let's talk about last night really quick because Odor's been, he's been good, but he's not the best defensive player. We should have maybe put Tyler Wade, at the end there.
Mm-hmm.
But I cannot blame yesterday on Odor. It has to go to Chapman, dude. We have.
I was about to say.
We have.
I was about to ask you. I was about to ask you this question because this is the one guy. The one guy.
With one position, dude. Because even Britton didn't work out. Now he's on the IL.
Yes, but this is the one guy in general, man. Like the one guy in general who keeps putting us in this position. Because last night, we could talk about cardiac Knicks all we want, but last night was cardiac Yanks.
But I don't want to blame Odor. I don't want to blame Odor. That's the whole thing. I know he came back with the home run, but yeah, dude, you got to get out of that, Chapman.
Chapman has this. This dude is too confident. He's too confident.
It's funny you say that. Yesterday, he was literally scared to throw a fastball. He was scared to throw a fastball. I don't know what confidence you saw. He was driving me nuts.
No, I'm just saying in general, this dude is way too. I think that's the issue. I think he's been way too confident for so long and just too confident in his game that it hasn't been working. That yesterday, you see that he's not ready to throw a fastball because he's so used to everything working. And it hasn't really been working. Honestly, every time he goes up there, it's like, is this even close to a sure thing? Is this even close to like you're set up for a good, unless we have like 5 runs, I don't feel comfortable putting Chapman out there.
Dude, 5 runs. So who's closing?
I'm saying unless we have 5 runs. That's what I'm saying. Like unless we have 5 runs.
I'm saying who's closing?
I don't know. Not this guy, because this guy is
Chad Green. Are you closing with Chad Green? I know he played phenomenally yesterday, but he's usually only phenomenal in the setup role. You know what I mean? I feel like we talk a lot of smack, but we're putting Chapman in. And honestly, let me listen, man. Baseball is all about scapegoats at the end of the day, right?
Well, go start out with Aaron Boone this season, right?
Exactly, dude. And now he's making great decisions. Like he was making interesting moves yesterday, and nobody said a peep because it worked. I feel like Chapman is we're gonna keep sending him out in the 9th. And if he messes up, he messes up. But this is why I'm so nervous about a wild card game. If Chapman messes up at home in a wild card game and blows the lead, it's over. So first of all,
he's not allowed back in the state.
Also, forget the state. Like he's gonna get escorted to his car. Like
he wouldn't be allowed back in the state. Forget the city. Forget Yankee Stadium. He will not be allowed back in the state if he blew a game in a wild card matchup.
That's what I'm saying. But he's gonna be the scapegoat. Like, what do you want, Wandy Peralta? I mean, I know he came in and did okay. I'm glad we traded for him, but like, come on.
All I'm saying is that I'm being hyperbolic, right? I'm not saying like you can't put him in. But the reality is that I just don't feel confident in him. That's what I'm trying to get at.
I know, but like, what do you want to do? That's what I'm asking. Like,
You got to go
Boone,
with
make
him.
the
You
decision.
can't.
Okay.
You
You still
you
put
have
him
to
in
go
there.
with Chapman.
Okay.
You have to go with Chapman. I mean, he's the only guy that we really got that is one getting paid to do what he's doing, and has the arsenal to do it if he's just in his game.
Yeah.
He has to get back into that rhythm, man. And I think, I don't know. I feel like that juju from playing the Astros, man, and Altuve just knocking that one out.
Yeah, Astros are a mess. Correa's
I'm
weird.
loving it.
He said
The
yeah,
city of Houston sports is a mess.
Yeah.
Let it burn. Let it burn.
Yeah. I mean,
Poor
yeah.
Sings.
Yeah, dude. I mean, like, you can't say enough about the Yankees, man. The tear they've been on has been literally ridiculous. It's the longest winning streak since 1985. They won 10 straight series, which is the most since 1954. My dad was 2 years old. Like, like bananas. So, like, when you start making historical marks during in a crazy franchise like the Yankees, who have won 27 rings and who've been playing for centuries, it feels like. I mean, it's just impressive. So shout out to Aaron Boone. Just coming up on the schedule, the couple interesting notes really quick is we have 6 games against the Orioles, which haven't won a game since I can remember. I think since summer started, they haven't won a baseball game. So we better win. We better win at least 4 out of 6 of those. But really, we need like 5 out of 6.
Yeah.
We got a cool series against the Mets, including 1-9-11. Shout out to our video producer, Greg. And the Mets look terrible right now, but the Mets are the exact type of team to sweep us during that series. So, don't be too excited about that. And then at the end, we have 7 games, 3 against the Red Sox.
Red Sox
9 games. 9
falling.
games, sorry. Yeah, but 3 games against the Red Sox, 3 games against the Blue Jays, and then 3 games against the Rays to end the season. So right now we're up 2.5 games in the wild card. We're behind 4 games, up 2.5 on the Red Sox. Then the A's are right behind. We have a series coming up with the A's right now. And then in the division, we're 4 games behind the Rays. So I know I just threw up all that scheduling, tidbits on you. I think that there's an Angel series in there, there's an Indian series in there, and a Rangers series in there, I think. And that basically closes out the whole season. Are they the Guardians yet?
Next season, right?
Yeah. I think we'll call them the Caucasians. That Vamani shirt was classic.
Oh my God.
So what do you think? Do you think we're going to be in the top wild card spot? Do you think we have a shot at the division? Do you think we're going to be out of the playoffs completely? Or do you think we're going to be second spot?
We definitely got a shot for the wild card. I actually think there's a chance for us to take the division. 4 games behind.
The Rays have, dude. So I know we're excited about this 11 game winning streak, and we're still 4 games behind. Like, that's how well the Rays have been doing.
I know, and that's the wild part. This feels like it honestly feels like the New York Knicks this past season.
Yeah, exactly. When we were on that crazy 9-game win streak,
yeah,
and we made up like 2 spots or like one and a half, like us 1 spot. That's what we did in the wild card.
Yeah, exactly. To get home court advantage, right?
Exactly.
So we're in it to do it. The concern is, we talk about Baltimore. Baltimore is somehow, like, we beat Baltimore the last series, so I'm not too concerned about them. We won 2 out of 1 the last time this season. Not too worried about Baltimore.
We better win 4 out of 6.
The A's are the team, man. The A's are.
Well, that's coming up. Right away.
And that's the next series. And we at least
finally have a day off.
We have to at least split that series, so at least stay like competitive, because ending the season against the Rays, that means we have to make up a lot of ground now.
I would love a split. We can't really afford splits right now, but I would take a split just because of how well we've been doing. Yeah,
I just like, that's just how I look at it, man. Like, the A's are
Fair.
good. Sure. Houston is leading the West, right? But
if you take all the division leaders right now plus the Yankees to win the division, that's a plus 800 parlay. Put $100 into 800. Just saying.
Okay.
Like, that's how much Vegas does not think that the Yankees are gonna win the division. So it's going to be a rough road, man. I mean, we're set up, right? We're set up for a one-game wild card with Cole and Chapman and a ridiculous lineup at home in the Bronx, like versus the Oakland Athletics or versus the Boston Red Sox. Like we've been fumbling. Like we're set up for that should be cake for us, right? But that just scares the absolute hell out of me, man. Like I don't know. I don't know.
The good thing is that we got the Blue Jays and the Orioles to face. Boston's been on a skid.
Blue Jays have
honestly.
been good, man. Blue Jays have been good. We got to get out to the stadium, man. We got to get out there soon.
Blue Jays have been good, but they're not as scary as like the Rays we're talking about. Come on, man.
The Rays haven't lost. The Rays have literally not lost.
Yeah. That's
so yeah, I think I'm gonna be I'm gonna try to make a couple of those Blue Jays games. And I think I have to buy tickets to the Rays series. Maybe the Friday, maybe the Saturday. To end it, just in case, man. I got to be at the stadium before the playoffs.
Should we call Jeter out of retirement for some miracle win?
Busy. Jeter's busy, bro. He owns a team. We don't need Jeter. We're good. I wonder if Glaber's coming back though. But yeah, that's all. That's all on the Yankees. I'm excited. If we take the division, don't talk to me. Don't. If the Yankees division, Alex, just stay away from me. I'm going to be the worst.
I mean, Yankee fans would be the worst.
I was called insane. Like I was called an absolute moron about like 3 weeks ago. Not even the beginning of the season. Like 3 weeks ago. Like if we win this division, oh my goodness, I will go insane. So for everyone's sake, just let's just get that wild card and put me on ice for those 3 hours in the Bronx.
Oh man, I can't. I couldn't deal with you. Couldn't.
Yeah, if we win the division, woo!
I'll be out.
We'll get Lee back on
notice.
I'm gonna go heckle him at Stand Up New York.
If we need to get Lee back on when that wild card game comes back. So September, man.
Deal.
September.
We'll probably get Marissa back on for a little guest appearance too. Our friend from college who is one of the most insane season ticket holders I know. Her health literally depends on every single Yankee game. So
like my health depends on every Knicks game.
Actually it might be a little worse, honestly, than me and you with the Knicks and the Jets. It's crazy, I know. So we have to get season ticket holder. We might have to get her on. But hopefully we're okay and we get a division.
Hopefully. But I think that wraps it up for another Jets episode of the Knicks, Jets, etc. podcast. My man, this is a good place to end it. So thank you to everyone who tuned in for another episode. Thank you to all the listeners out there. Once again, if you know what to do, please, here's my call to action for you. Please make sure to give us a 5-star review if you listen to this beautiful podcast on Apple Podcasts. And please make sure to give us a 5-star review and to leave a comment. Let us know what you think. Let us know what you want us to improve on. All that jazz, all right? Because we're here for you. We just want to grow this community. But it's okay if you don't listen to us on Apple Podcasts, because guess what? We're on Spotify, Google Play, Amazon, Alexa. You name any audio streaming platform, we're most likely there. I won't say all because I don't know of every single one that's made, but we'll probably most likely be there. On top of that, please make sure if you're watching this on YouTube to hit the bell, give us a like, hit the subscribe button, because come on, guys, you know you want to do that. And last but not least, make sure to follow us on all social media platforms. All right, we're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. We're all over the place, all right? We're all over the place. Yeah,
and we're also the exclusive podcast for Fansided for the Jets. This is our first Jets episode, so you could find us on the Jet Press. We'll be there. Our stupid faces right on the front. And on the Daily Knicks too. So if you need to catch us there, just click that play button, roll through, read your articles, listen to us chop it up about your favorite teams.
No doubt. All right, everyone. We'll catch you later next week for some fun episodes. We got some nice guests coming up. All right. Catch you later, everyone.
Let's go Jets.